the president of the American University of Armenia.
So you are the first one said the whole name. Everybody says AUA, you know. So that's good.
Oh, well, yes, okay.
So how long you been with them?
Well, I've been with the university from the moment of its inception of the idea.
When was that?
I'm one of the co-founders. The inception of the idea was the last Sunday of February 1989.
Wow, that long ago.
So it took almost 2 years for the university to be realized.
Did you guys build it from scratch, the university, or?
Yes, the
whole building?
yeah. No. Well, first the founders are Miran Agbabian, Stepan Karamardian, and myself. The three of us had sort of the idea and developed the university. Luis Simon, the president of the Armenian General Benevolent Union, provided the funding through AGBU, but I think personally for the first few years, and then gradually we fundraised. We started in a building that is the Congress Hall of the Communist Party. The government of Armenia gave it to us, and we started the university on September 21, 1991, when the same day that the parliament declared independence. So the university to the day is as old as the independent Republic of Armenia.
So you converted Communist Congress to American Armenian University?
Yes, the Congress Hall of the Communist Party became the administration building of the American University of Armenia. And then in 2009 we finished building our Parma-Zavetisian building, which houses most of the classrooms, faculty offices, conference rooms, and so on. Icon Gallery, yeah.
That's very interesting. So do you reside in there, or you just work from here?
No, I, starting from the third president, the first two presidents, Miran Agbabian and Artun Armenian, during their time, the president would come and go, primarily live here, but make frequent visits. But then starting in 2010, Bruce Boghosian was the third president, became necessary that the president reside in Yerevan. It's just too big now. And so we have 2,000 students. And so I reside in Yerevan.
So is that 2,000 how many graduation you have, like every year?
This year we had about close to 500 graduating, half of them undergraduate, half graduates, masters.
So you have your master's too?
We have 9 master's degree programs and 5 bachelor degree programs. The university started as a graduate school only, master's. We added the undergraduate 6 years ago.
That's incredible, isn't it? So, but most people don't know if this is run from here. You know, your like head office stuff is in California.
No. Of course, there is board of trustees that is primarily here. There are some members from Armenia, but the board, most of the members are in the United States. That is the board of trustees for the American University of Armenia Corporation, which is a California nonprofit corporation that is responsible for the funding of the university. In Armenia, there is another corporation or fund in the Armenian language called American University of Armenia Fund. That is the legal entity in Armenia that runs the university. So there are 2 entities. That also has a board of trustees, but most members are members of the American University of Armenia Corporation.
How many universities are there in Armenia? Besides,
unbelievable number, 66 or so.
Universities in Armenia?
Some of them are jokes. Some of them are like 40 students or money-making
institutions,
businesses. But in terms of serious universities, Maybe I could count 10 or so, 10, 12. Yes, there is Yerevan State University, which has been there for almost 100 years. There is the Polytechnic University, which is the engineering.
Polytechnic, they produce quite a bit smart kids.
Then there is Architecture and Construction University. Then there is Pedagogical. There is Brusov Institute of Languages. There is Russian Armenian University. There is French Armenian University. So there are many others. Yes.
So is that you guys invented this revolution? All your students did that?
Not only I think all young people were engaged, but probably many of our students were involved in it too.
Yeah, you just named Armen Grigorian. I interviewed him. Yeah, I interviewed him, and when we went to Armenia this year, opening of co-op, and he was there with another revolutionary guy named Babkin Der Kiureghian, I believe.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I saw Armen Grigorian at co-op opening of co-op. We were there, and I saw him there.
Were you there?
Yeah, we were there, and I had a little conversation with Armen Grigorian.
Everybody I interviewed there. Yeah, that was incredible.
When you come to Armenia, you should come and visit the university.
Definitely.
First-hand insight and impression of it.
But that co-op building was very impressive.
It was very successful the way they had designed it, because they could easily have screwed up that place. You know, the setting was beautiful, and if they weren't careful, so I think it was a very successful design.
Besides, you saw the road, right? How do they carry all the stuff in there? You know, that was like, I interviewed even Garo Armen. He is just a wonderful guy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is wonderful. Yes.
All right, so thank you very much. It was nice meeting you. Definitely will visit you in Yerevan. Yes. And say something, because I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, I just
wanted you to.
I'm glad you came, and thank you for the support, and we look forward to seeing you at AUA.
So we'll see you in Yerevan?
Yes, at the American University. I'll give you a personal tour of the facilities.
Wow.
You'll get a very, very personal tour, very private.
Great. I will definitely do that.
Looking forward to
Maybe
it.
September, who knows?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. All the best. Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
There's a lots of good treasures. I call people like you Armenian treasures. And what his name was Megruni. Yes. He's another Armenian treasure. I mean, he's really built the UC Irvine things. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
You're welcome. Thank you.
There you go. It's a very talented guy, and he spent all his working life helping Armenia. He just built that the university. He and 3 other people, and of course there are thousands other people who I have a list here. They give me that donated, including Garo Armen too. He's donating even in this, plus what he was doing in his other project, which is co-op. And this is what you have. And don't you think this guy could be the best Minister of Education that Pashinyan is missing instead of getting it? So now, we have those great. Tomorrow we're gonna interview, show you the interview with Dr. Chris, and also on Carlo, and also we show you the award they given to Chris. That's for tomorrow, for Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm busy other things. And so, Garo Armen is just another one. He built this this wonderful place. It's just amazing place in the middle of nowhere. And it's always, I even ask him that question, how do they get all this stuff in here with 5-hour drive and there's horrible roads? But Garo Armen did that, and we are thankful to him. And so I'm gonna show you now his speech. It was wonderful. You gotta see it in that he explained everything about it. So please stay tuned, watch this, and if I don't see you, have a nice day. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Get rid of the laptop.
He's detail-oriented.
Armenia. No,
So now you changed your from news to
Okay. This way, please. 1, 2.
bringing the AUA supporters together. If you're in this room, you're involved with AUA one way or another, be it to your financial contributions, be it to your volunteer activities, or perhaps you serve as an ambassador promoting AUA in your own community. In whatever capacity you're involved with, thank you. And if you're doing none of that, we're hoping that you'll have a turning point today and think of AUA in your future philanthropic giving. I'd like to also extend my appreciation to our wonderful development team that sometimes works around the clock to get things done, facing a lot of challenges, geographic challenges of working with the campus team. They're very grateful for the opportunity to serve AUA and be that connecting bridge between diaspora and our students who are the future of Armenia. I'll start off with Colleen Babayan, who joined AUA very recently. She moved from New York for the job, our associate director of development. And she'll be a wonderful addition to our team, and she operates from our Glendale office, and yes, we do have a Glendale office now. Armen Der Kiureghian, our Assistant Director of Development, again, from the Glendale office. Armen Der Kiureghian, Assistant Director of Development, working from the Bay Area office with me, and I guess I need to introduce myself. I'm the Director of Development, although I know most of you. So, I just want to say that AUA plays a very important role in Armenia. We educate the future leaders of the country, and those leaders that will be preparing for the future, they're in today serving in the new government, at least 8 of them are holding leadership roles in the new government, and excited for the opportunity to take the country into prosperity. Some are ministers, deputy ministers, and we also have surprise guests today, but I will leave it as the program progresses. You will meet 2 wonderful individuals and know what they are all about. We often hear our president make a comment that AUA is the best investment the diaspora has ever made. And with that, I want to invite him here so you can hear directly from me why AUA is the best investment that diaspora has ever made. So, Dr. Armen Der Kiureghian, just a few words about him. One of the founders of AUA, who were also the founding dean of the engineering school, and then the title goal, interim provost, all that concurrent with the teaching position at UC Berkeley, where he taught about 36 years. And he took on the presidency role in 2014. And I guess we're going to say goodbye very soon, in June of 2019. But I'm sure he will be always involved with AUA. He holds a bachelor's degree and master's of science degree in engineering from the University of Tehran in Iran, and PhD degree from civil engineering from the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Please welcome the President of the AUA.
Thank you, everyone, for making time to come here to join us for this wonderful gathering, wonderful lunch. I will say a few words about the host later. But first, let me talk about AUA. But I'll start from Armenia. I'm bringing greetings from a new Armenia. It's a new day. happened, the changes are momentous. Our students, faculty were involved in the demonstrations. They really couldn't control it. There were no classes. Students were attending the rallies, regardless of what we said. We ended up having to extend the semester by 1 week to make up classes that were canceled because of students' participation. But the changes are dramatic. The new government, particularly the Prime Minister, is very transparent, respects the rule of law, principles of democracy. I can tell you, even the taxi drivers are optimistic. If you have been and talked to taxi drivers, that means a lot. But I'm personally very optimistic. Changes are in the right direction. For diasporas wanting to invest in Armenia, to start businesses in Armenia, to visit. So things are moving in the right direction, at least from my perspective. As Guyana mentioned, the new government has many members of our alumni among the new the government, high-ranking government ministers, including Minister of Health, Minister of Education and Science, the Secretary to the National Security Council. It says Secretary, but essentially is the key person on the National Security Council, is one of our graduates. The advisor to the President, Wally Sarkeesian, is one of our graduates. There's Deputy Marspet of Zurich region is one of our graduates. And there are numerous advisors to the various ministries, government, and so on. And I must say, Pashinyan learned his English in our extension and has a certificate from our extension, and you may have seen him speaking English. Not bad, given that it's only through extension, not a degree program in English. I think he's doing quite fine. So this is, of course, an impact that the university is having, and I expect that this kind of impact will increase in due time. Our students are learning the principles of democracy, free thinking, critical thinking, being civic activists, being civic conscious of civic rules and the rule of law. And so I think we anticipate that there will be more and more of them in the government. I was talking to the Minister of Health, Armen Der Kiureghian. I said, I'm very glad that so many of our alumni are in the government. He said, that's because we select based on merit, not based on connection or other means. So we are having an important impact. Probably you all know, but I would like to stress that the University, the Americans of Armenia, is an affiliate of the University of California. We were talking earlier with Diane. The relationship line or some sitting somewhere there it is. The relationship between the American University of Armenia and the University of California is very unique. You know, I've been in the University of California for 37 years. There is no other university in the world that has the kind of relationship that we have with the University of California. A third of our board are members, high-ranking academics of the University of California. Even our endowment is managed by the University of California fund managers. So it's they're doing an excellent job because they have billions of dollars to manage, and so our tiny little endowment is in this big pool. As a result, it gets very high-level management and very good results, and practically at no cost to the university. and we get all kinds of other assistance, in-kind assistance, legal, HR, finance, all kinds of professional areas that we need help. We go to the University of California, they provide it at no cost to us, in-kind contribution. The University of California does not provide any money for us. So California taxpayers' money doesn't get spent on this university, but it's the in-kind support that we get that is incredibly valuable. You should also know that we are accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, and that any degree received at the AUA is recognized in any university, any place in the United States. This accreditation by WASC is the same as all UC campuses, Stanford, Caltech, and Cal State universities have. So we have the same type of accreditation. Is it too loud or too? It's okay? All right. Oh, the music, yes. Well, there are lots of things to talk about. I just want to say one little very new development. Recently, you probably all know about UC Hastings Law School. Chuck, I'm sure you know. It's a law school in San Francisco. The diversity of the student body has suffered in recent years. So the state senator, Anthony Portantino, introduced a bill in the state senate, which was approved, and then Governor Brown signed it in June. This is very recent, whereby in 2019, fall of 2019, and in the fall of 2022, each of those years, up to 3 AUA students who are California residents and who get admitted into Hastings, their tuition and living expenses will be paid by the state of California. Your tax covers. So it's like $200,000 per student. The purpose, I must say, AUA is not, there are 4 universities that are considered in this category. AUA is one. The other 3 are historically black colleges and universities. The purpose was to enhance the diversity of the student body. And Armenians naturally enhance the diversity of the student body. So they have to be California residents. So if you know students who are interested to pursue law, this is an option. They go to Armenia, they study at AUA, get their degrees, and then apply to Hastings. If they're admitted, their study is paid. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. There are many other developments, but if you are not receiving our newsletter, weekly newsletter, please give us your email address. It's a short newsletter, weekly. News like this is reported. This particular item will come up in a week or 2. We want to issue a joint statement by Hastings and AUA, so it'll be coming up. Today's program is particularly meant to talk about the Pillars program that was established a couple of years ago. This is 100, we call it 100 Pillars of AUA. These are 100 individuals, donors. Could be a couple, could be a family, that provide a donation to AUA over 5 years of $50,000. They are recognized in a very nice way in our new building, the Parmas of the Tustin building. As you enter, there's a big window on the left, so we call it the 100 Pillars of AUA window. The names are on transparent plaques, and the light comes through, so it's a very nice setting if you haven't seen it. The Pillars program is extremely important for the university in many different ways. That the contributions are unrestricted, so we use it where the need is highest. It allows us to stay true to our promise of need-blind admissions. That is, we admit students on the basis of their academic qualifications. And then we ask, has this student applied for financial aid? And if yes, then we examine to see how much the need is, and we provide financial assistance in the form of tuition waiver, either 25, 50, 75, or 90% of the tuition. This allows students from diverse economic strata in Armenia to attend university. Otherwise, we would be a university for the elite. More than 50% of our Armenian students are supported through this program. And the Pillars contributions makes an important step in that direction that allows us to provide support. Of course, we have many scholarship endowments and scholarship contributions, but not enough to provide support for 50%. When I said 50%, I'm talking about more than 900 students if we get this kind of assistance. So this is one of the areas where the Pillars program helps. It helps us hire top-notch faculty to teach in our classes. We've been hiring more and more recently from abroad as well as from Armenia, and I'm glad to say that includes some really sharp Armenians who've gone abroad and come back to be hired. This fall, we have 2 new assistant professors, one in engineering, one in computer science, both women. The engineering one from Cambridge University, PhD from Cambridge University, the computer science one with PhD from Oxford University. And so they are not only very highly educated from top-notch universities, but also role models for Armenian women who want to go into engineering and computer science. And so, again, Peter's program helps us recruit this kinds of people. Another area where Peter's program helps us is introducing new programs. You may have followed our newsletters, but this past year, last 2 years, we've been very active in this area. Last year, we introduced a new Bachelor of Science and Engineering Science program, sort of a liberal arts and engineering program at the undergraduate level, partly because of the need in the defense industry. Then we introduced strategic management as a Master of Science in Strategic Management, again last year, and we have in fact the first cohort of graduates who will be finishing very soon. This year, we are starting a Bachelor of Science in Data Science. This is a really hot topic. Data science means data mining, machine learning, artificial intelligence, things that have become buzzword. Interestingly, in Armenia, there's huge demand for data scientists. There's a lot of work in this area, so we have taken the step of starting a program. All these programs are accredited. We start after receiving accreditation. So, the Pillars program helps in many other directions as well. But one area that it has helped us a lot is it allows us to build our endowment. In the past 4 years, when I arrived at AUA as president, our endowment was $17 million. Today, it's close to $60 million. So we have more than triple the endowment. As I mentioned, it's managed by Peter's program. So that's the program that we have on 100 pillars of AUA. We have other campaigns also, but today we wanted to focus in this area. Now I want to talk a little about our host, Chris and Pamela Bizoyan. Chris has been a lifelong educator and a philanthropist. He is one of the most enthusiastic supporters of AUA. Many people are enthusiastic, but Chris it comes so much from within that you cannot not be inspired and motivated by his enthusiasm. The same with Pamela. We were fortunate to have them in Yerevan last fall, a year ago fall, where Chris, who has been a professor, as you may know, in business schools in Cal State system, and we'll read a little bit more about his background. Taught as a professor in our business program, marketing. Penny and I had the opportunity to share some dinners, even some cultural events. It was a really good opportunity, a very pleasant, enjoyable opportunity to share those evenings together. But then, a little background about Chris, and then a little bit more. Chris was born in Iraq to Armenian immigrant parents and attended Baghdad University College of Business and Economics, where he received his bachelor's in MBA degree. Then he went to England to get his PhD from University of Lancaster in marketing. He's been a professor at Cal State University of Long Beach, as well as Cal State University Dominguez Hills, teaching in the business programs. He's the type of professor who teaches from personal experience. In addition to his teaching, he ran successfully the plastic manufacturing facility in Orange County for 20 years, and he shared the experience he gained in the real business world with his students. This is what we also want to achieve in AUA, that is continuing the business program, where it's not just the theory that we teach, but also we bring in real-world experience and talk about it with students. It is so valuable. Chris has served on St. Mary's Armenian Apostolic Church Parish Council in Orange County and is on the Diocesan Council of the Western Diocese of the Armenian Church. In fact, that's where we first met when I visited the diocese. Pamela was born in California and educated in Europe. She received her degree in history from the American College in Barcelona. She has dedicated her life to her family and to the Davis S. Archer ND Charitable Foundation supporting educational causes. Last fall, Chris and Pamela decided to become pillars of AUA. We had a very joyous event celebrating, placing the plaque on the 100 pillars window. Carlo, you were there. There were other students, faculty, very joyous event. We had a good reception and good pictures, and so a really memorable day. So we are very grateful for Chris and Pamela to become pillars. And even more grateful for hosting this event at a rather difficult time. Some of you know, Chris's daughter got married just a few weeks ago. He had a number of health issues the past few months. We've been following. Things are going in the right direction, but having to do this at a difficult time like this is really untiring. Probably, I think doing things for AUA helps his heart. It has therapeutic effects In addition, he sold his house. Otherwise, this event may have been his house. So one more reason to thank him for holding this reception at this time. I want to also thank Zoe and Barbis Kiureghian for, I know we changed the dates, but accommodating all the needs of the university and providing this wonderful lunch. Thank you very much. I didn't know that my wife Nelly knows how famous Zoe's restaurant is. Now learned of all the articles and TV, and so it's wonderful to be here. I have a wonderful news that I received with Chris, and I talked last night. Armen Der Kiureghian informed me last night that she is committing to becoming a pillar. So we have one more pillar on our list. So I want to make a special thanks to Mara for this commitment. Of course, Mara has been supporting AUA for quite a long time. Scholarship named after her. And you may also know that her daughter, Sarah, who was at UC Berkeley, I met her years ago. In fact, we hosted a gathering of students in our house, and Sarah was there too many years ago. A wonderful, wonderful person, an attorney of Los Angeles County, City Hall, who moved to Armenia, did many things, but most recently set up a very successful venture, the Impact Hub, that is a place where entrepreneurs meet and network, and it's a wonderful place. She teaches at AUA. She was our commencement speaker a year ago, gave a wonderful speech, very much loved by students. And I was telling Mara earlier that we will be receiving a grant from USAID to finish one of our buildings into one of our Nigerian, Harlem and George Nigerian buildings, into Nigerian Center for Social Entrepreneurship. And 2 floors of that will be in conjunction with Impact Hub in collaboration with SARC. So there's a lot of connections with Angolia. I think I talked a lot more than Guy and had a lot of time. Sorry. I do want to recognize several of our peers who are here. So I don't miss anyone. Actually, list. We have Albert and Terry Bestian, who are our leaders there. They also have scholarship endowment with us, which is wonderful. We have Nubar and Tracy Kazumian. They're finally their life. Nubar and Tracy also have a scholarship endowment in addition to their bidder. Of course, we have Charles Barson and Peggy Barson, who are our peers. And of course, they are from a family that has a long-standing relationship with the AUA. Their late father, Marcus, was one of the founding board members, was a major donor. And if you are familiar with Minotel Barsam Streets, AUA Minotel Barsam Streets, this is a building that was donated to us by Marcus Barsam, and it is supporting AUA every year through its rental. And of course, we have our Chris and Han Rizayan, and we have Maral Tabatian or GagruleLive as here. So, thank you very much for your attention. Yes, I will say a few words about the painting. Armen Der Kiureghian is a very well-known artist in Armenia. She has if you haven't seen her studio, quite impressive studio on Darien Street near the Northern Avenue. Her work is very much sought after. She's actually the daughter of a very famous Beto Der Kiureghian sculptor, and her brother is Wally Sarkeesian, the very famous jazz pianist. So it's a remarkable family. The mother is also, I think, in some artistic, yes, involved with it. Well, it's a very remarkable family. Arabic has donated this painting and several more, I think. For any sales of these paintings, 50% would go to the American University of Armenia in support of our scholarship programs. Have I forgotten? Honey? Yes. Now I should invite Chris to come and say a few words. Sorry, Brian, I spoke too long.
Can I kiss this new bride?
Yes.
Thank you, Mama. Congratulations. But it's a good backup.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone who made it possible for me to stand in front of you today and speak as a proud AUA student. So a little background information about me. I grew up in the beautiful town of Tustin, southern Armenia, and completed my secondary